Hello.
There's a face I'm always happy to see. And don't mind the mirrors near me. I was talking to you.
Now to demolish a monster.
Keep it up front, side. See, my TV's so big, it's like I'm looking over there. I look right here. I just keep it in the middle. Fuck it.
Yeah, extra cheese.
Yeah, this food is cool ass concept, but definitely the. Come on, dude. Try to finish some more of these quests. Finish this game off. Yeah, people say they hate this game a lot. I mean, honestly, this game's rather fun. The guns are pretty cool in that. I like the way the custom areas are. But people always want to boo-hoo games. They're just like, this game's not that big. But if you look at the older games back then, I always constantly say this, older games back then definitely weren't that long. Like I said, like Shining Force 1, Shining Force 2. If you play those games, I think games are...
I was wondering when you'd pop up.
The games aren't that fucking long. Like, you could beat them in like 8, maybe 10 hours. Depending on how fast you level up and how fast you push it. Oh, there's crabbies in there.
Should have yielded if you had the chance.
Yeah, they're saying Fallout 76 has got over 12 million people playing it. I have no idea why. I never liked Fallout games too much. But I'm more of a fantasy person than I am. And you have like massively increased speed, which is really good.
Who did this? You killed my goblins!
Your goblins? What blasphemy is this?
I attracted those goblins on purpose. You see, I'm in love with the alchemist. My plan was to swoop in, defeat all the goblins, and save her herb garden. Now how am I supposed to catch her fancy?
Simply tell her how you feel.
Unhelpful. Look, just give her these flowers, would you? Thanks. With any luck, wedding bells will be ringing by sundown.
I love how he said that. Just
You again? What do you want?
I've got a present for you.
You do? Give it here. I want it. Flowers? From whom?
A message of love from the farmer.
As if I could be seen knocking boots with that poor thing. Perhaps when pigs fly, or water flows backwards, or a polka-dotted poetry-reading goblin recites a love poem for me. Good day.
Did I hear that right? A polka-dotted poet goblin? You know, I could do that actually. me the most pungent gobbo loincloth you can smell.
I believe you've misunderstood her words, milady.
You sure? I don't know. Only one way to
Shut
find
up,
out, right?
bitch! Ah! Okay. Okay. I'm probably gonna stay for about 30 or so minutes. I gotta take a shower now. Okay, so... Thanks whoever gave me the like, thank you.
Serves you right. Just like I taught you.
Be sure to pick the most vile loincloth you can find, my lord. Our goblin must be pick of the litter.
You're feeling luckier.
Come, friends, to battle and glory!
I can practically smell it from here. Bring it over.
Oh shit, I was paying attention.
Down, but not bested!
I fucking jumped off like an idiot, like, ah. So this.
A virtuous spirit never stays down.
Well, my lord, I says, I rise before the dawn and toil endlessly in the oppressive sun. After day's done, I stumble to the scum and chum, blistered and burnt, for a pint of soda and stale bread. Then off to bed to do it all over again. Granted, it's not as glamorous a life as a lord, but at least I'm my own master. Wait, no I'm not. Boy, my peasant brothers and sisters!
Perfectly soiled. This will be the fertilizer from which romance shall bloom. Just one moment. Done.
The fuck?
It worked! It worked! What a specimen!
Gornish!
A goblin female. Pretty name. Ornish. Now for the polka dots. There are some dyes in the old laboratory. Oh, and just to forewarn you, the old laboratory is positively chock-a-block with traps. Y'all want to be careful.
That's still something so deliciously rank. I see no sexy goblins whatsoever.
You're here in the name of love.
Whee!
How swift they fall.
There's a marble close by. Townsfolk may have ideas about this. Here comes a little devil kid. Knocked on the school by passing wind.
Oh, God.
I'm human too. Aren't I? Flesh and bone? Don't my 10 hearts beat? If you prick me, do I not
Hey! Yeah, I'm probably gonna get off here in like 10 or 15 minutes. I gotta take a nice, good long shower.
We've got a live one!
Well done, my lord. Return to me, and we'll dye Gornish with polka dots for love. I know
Whee!
this obsession with Alma is
Dead.
unhealthy. I have no follow-up. I just know you're thinking it. The dye, give it here. Just a dab, and oops, here's the whole bottle. Oh well. It worked! She's not so bad looking.
Oh, fuck.
Or a goblin. Now, how to gift her? Head to the graveyard of lost barns. Be careful. You're heading to a spot where dozens of bards died.
Bitch, fuck you.
Legends say they're capable of a terrible, mind-destroying dark magic known as
Scuzzlebutt. Well, actually, I might as well get off now and go take a shower now. But I will be back on tonight because I am off Tuesday and Wednesday, and I'm going to be getting off work pretty early today. I'm working until about 10, maybe. No, I might get off right around about 10. But yeah, we'll get back on that, and I'll see what kind of games I want to play. I might go on Plasmophobia. I don't know yet. Plasmophobia is kind of boring, but I'll play on Night Room mode or something like that and have a little fun with it. Anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys when I do get back on. It won't be too long. It'll be about 8 hours. 8.5 hours. You guys will be alright. Yeah. If you guys ever want to talk about anything or have any like comments about like, talk about yourself and that, I'll be more than happy to reply and just like do like a just talks. Just have people come in and just talk about their life and that, talk about certain things that they might have problems with. That's my main focus of my channel is to try to just people that have issues with life, or I just have questions or anything like that. I can probably be able to answer almost all of them for the most part. When it comes down to certain things, and that when it comes down to relationships or how you act, or anything when it comes down to emotional, psychological stuff and that. I'm not no damn Dr. Phil, but I'll tell you what, he's not that smart compared to me. He's basically a fucking paid intern to say what he says. He probably knows a little bit. It ain't hard to learn it. You just gotta be able to learn it. It's like being a reporter. You have to be able to ask the hard questions to be able to gain the knowledge so you can relate to other people. And that's what I like to do. I like to relate my knowledge to everybody else. And that. So I talk about certain things that bring more moral back to life. Because life is not moral at all. We have very low honor in that. Our kids are not grown up the way they should be. And there's a lot of people don't understand that because they don't actually research it. Even a lot of parents in that are fucking lost. They rely on the state system, the public system to be able to sit there and raise their kids. And that's what's stupid. Back then we were never raised with this. All this shit's a fucking lie. Like, public schools are the worst fucking schools ever. I think people are starting to contribute to that. They don't teach you anything about economics, about sexual stuff, and that. They don't really bring in the actual context you need about sexual stuff as in how to be in a relationship, how to perform, how to talk to people. They rely on these influencers online, all these drama fucking dickheads online, the date gurus online. They tell you all this bullshit, and I don't like any of them. All of them just make money off easy people, desperate people I want to look for. I've been there. The biggest thing is, be yourself, develop yourself. You know why they are the way they are? Because they were themselves and they developed themselves, but then they lie to you about, I would say 90% of the shit they say. So that's definitely the biggest thing I know you hear from a lot of relationship counselor and all these other bullshit things. That they just want your money. And like, you see my YouTube channel ain't that fucking big. So evidently I don't want the money. I only put a title out there. I kind of just let people come in, and then if they want to talk about it. Because to me, it's easier distraction to say you're playing video games and then bring up something important, and then they're like, oh, okay, well, it's hidden, so when other people ain't going to come in and be like, oh, you're chatting about that. I don't do that, because it's the willing of the conversation. And most people that play video games, most people are really into movies and that. Most people are like entertained by the TV. Most likely are going to have some type of social or emotional issue, because that's why we do it. That's why we watch video games. That's why we play video games. That's why we watch TV. We're trying to get our minds out of reality, but the reality is always going to be there. Reality is never going to stop being there. The basic thing is that all of us need to come together as gamers or as movie watchers and really start talking about the stuff that actually matters in real life. Because you'd be surprised a lot of people don't talk about it. They just ignore it. They're like, oh, I'm going to go home and watch some videos, I'm going to go home and play video games. How many people go on fucking Fortnite or Warzone as soon as they get home? They get all excited about Warzone. Their whole entire world is completely gone. They just worry about the TV. How much I used to do that when I was a younger kid. And then I'm 32. I used to do that all the time when I was like 4 or 5 years old. I grew up during the whole age of Sega and Super NES and that. Gluing my ass to the TV was everything to me. But if I go back and actually listen to the conversations of the characters and I actually learn how they like written the story and that, you'd be very surprised how much you actually learn about real life. That people are not modest anymore. People are more or less like very destructive, because online is very free and very poisonous, because anything can be on there. People say, when you say prostitute, what do you mean by prostitute? A street corner girl that sits there and makes money off guys? Or a girl that makes a fan-only account makes money off guys? They're both prostitutes. But they don't push themselves to think that's what it is. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's an issue. The internet's a big shield, and you can do anything you want. It's still immoral. It's still, you shouldn't do it, but a lot of people do. Go on YouTube, look up all these girls. There's tons of girls making new channels and that, just showing off nothing but ass and tits. And they make money off of it. And they're like, oh, I do this workout routine. I show off my butt and that. The thing is, if they don't do that, just like sexting, when they just take pictures of themselves in sexy outfits and that. Guys do it too, but women are more or less likely to be selfie related. Selfies are very poisonous.
The undead forest! Collect my magical tome!
Because if you,
Contains the poetic essence we need!
if you sit there, well, apologize, that bitch is annoying. If you sit there and really like listen to what they're saying, how they're doing it, people really do it. People mask themselves to the internet to make themselves feel good, but in real life, they feel like shit. That's stupid. Why would you do that? I want to hide myself from reality, but I want everybody to know online that I'm good looking. That blows my mind. And it hurts society. It hurts all the younger generations. I'll take a selfie. All these fucking weird faces and that. Even parents do it too. That are fucking my age, in their 30s, that are in their earlier 30s, like 30, 31. It's not 32. And they're like, or in their late 20s and that. It's like, oh my fucking God. You do it because you want affection, you want attention. When I go to work and that, I barely own my fucking damn phone. These girls are always in front. They're always texting. I work with women a lot, so I don't see a lot of guys on their phone nearly as much. They're emotionally connected to affection a lot more than guys are. Guys showed it in a very awkward way. They showed it very more like, look at me, I'm strong. Which most men I see are not that strong. Obviously, they can barely fucking bench press their own weight, more or less do fucking 40 push-ups in a row. Or even fucking 20, for instance. And like it's starting to show throughout society now, and people don't want to talk about it. They want to ignore it. It's called taking charge of your life, and then do what you need to do to make it better. So if you don't take charge of your life, you're not doing anything, honestly. People don't take charge of their life. People ignore it. I'm sure plenty of people probably ignore me, like, well, why aren't you playing your video game? Well, right now I'm about to get off of that. I like to do my just talks before I get off. Because I need to go take a shower now before I have to go to work at that. I got like 15 minutes left. Seeing people going in and out. They don't want to have a conversation. You can tell that 90% of people that come on here and visualize me just don't give a fuck. They're like, well, I don't care. I have to go to work. Well, so do I. Just like exercising. If you spend 15 minutes, I got both flex weights right now. See? Got both flex weights. I just bought it. I exercised super fucking hard yesterday. I know all the exercises. I know how to do all of them. That. I tell you what. I enjoy it. Just be like, I have the weights right below me. So every time I look at these weights, I'm like, okay, I can rearrange it. We're going to go 20 pounds. So when I get home now, what am I do? I'm probably going to end up doing something. Maybe I'll do some more back. Maybe I'll throw some more chest. Maybe I need to take a shit. I probably need to take a shit pretty soon. But the world thing. Comment below the latest video I put up. Most likely I normally do multiple videos now. I've been trying to do more, just like one video every like 8 hours or so people would be able to watch it. But yeah. If you got something you want to talk about in that, let's say, hey, like when you do your next Just Talks, if you do stay on for a long time, then let's talk about this stuff. Because there's a couple of people I do talk to that are having these issues with life and that because their parents don't know anything. Their parents are really, all they do is work. They work all day and day long. I work too, okay? I understand that. But they don't do nothing. They think after working that they're done. I'm like, well, yeah, I guess so. Take a pre-workout, do something. Like the next couple of weeks, probably the next, next 2 weeks or so, I'm going to buy me a Bowflex bike. I need to give me all my equipment in that. I got my weights. I really don't need anything else. These weights are good for everything. Dumbbells can do everything. As long as you know how to exercise in that, you know how to do the muscle groups and that, dumbbells are everything. And that's like one of the things is, buy stuff that actually matters. I suggest everyone get Bowflex dumbbells. This is not a scam in that. I'm just saying that because they're easier to do. And you can they go in between, what? They go 5, 7.5, 10, 12.5, 15, 17.5, 20, 22, 0.5, 25, and then they grow by 5 increments after that. That's all the weight you need, period. If you can curl the full 52 pounds, you're probably stronger than 90% of the people around you. You do actual full-on fucking like sit down in between your leg curls and get like 10 or 12 reps in. You're stronger than most people in the world. Same thing with doing like shoulder presses and really doing the shoulder lat, lat pulls and all that stuff and that. Strength means a lot with a man. Because we're built to be strong. We're built to have more muscle than the women. When I see it, I don't see it. I don't see it much. Oh, God. Oh. My one nostril, this one's stuffed up a little bit. But I don't see it that much. I see rather weak men, weak-minded men, like they complain like fucking children. They never want to admit to anything wrong. Their egos are so high up. They have this like indoctrination in their head. I talked to one of the guys that work in that, and I guess he got in trouble with his girlfriend or whatever the fuck it is. It doesn't matter what happened. He got in trouble for something stupid, and I caught it in my mind that I heard something like that, and I made a joke. I say, it's like, what did you do? So did you get in trouble again? First thing he says, I'm a full-grown man. I don't get in trouble. I'm like, what? What the fuck does that have to do with you being in trouble? Why do men say that? I said, I'm a full-grown man. I know what I'm doing. No. You can be full-grown and be fucking dumb as fuck and not know anything. Fucking 90% of people don't. All they say is, yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm getting a little fight with my girlfriend. Nah, I just don't know what to do. That's what you should be fucking saying. And then having someone that's been researching relationship and human development for the last 15 fucking years tell you, like, hey, this is the shit that you're doing. A lot of it's just expressing yourself. Express the truth, and truth normally prevails. People don't like that. Something stupid happened, and they end up getting a big old argument and now the guys try to sugarcoat it or whatever that most men do. Most men do the sugarcoating ego bullshit. Like, oh no, I'm sorry, and that, blah, 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 baby. It's something about pussy chasing. I'm so happy that I don't pussy chase. I'm so happy that I'm single. I have more girls that like me because I don't chase them than I do if I was chasing them. I do play slight favorites now. Whoever talks to me more normally earns more of my respect. Whenever I get closer, I'm conversing with them more. But girls that hide in the background now and they're scared to talk to men like me, they're more or less like, yeah, I'm not going to talk to you. I should have talked to someone because you don't talk to me. And there's a lot of cock blockers out there. There's a lot of girls who cock blockers and they like blocking out guys from talking to other women and that. Because there's one girl working there. She's young and she's very sexy in that. She's very very toned in that. She looks like she takes really good care of herself. That's one of the things that obviously has that's like an eye thing for me. Like I want a girl that's healthy, that manages to take care of herself. You can tell by how thick her legs are, tell how like thick her butt is. You tell how like how she walks and that. It's a telltale sign of a healthy woman for the most part. And most of these girls are all around the same age. But I can definitely tell it's like the conversations is the key part. Conversations I have with this person, like we're friends. We're friends that like each other. We're just friends. We talk about things that we interact. And then there's another, girl I work in that, same thing. We're very interested in the same things in that. I love talking to her. I mean, she has her issues in that we haven't talked about yet or whatever. Whatever small issues that she might have that most people have, they just don't like to talk about it. But it's very interesting. I know. Oh man, these sinuses are killing me. Oh. But anyone wants to talk about anything, comment below. If you got relationship issues, talk to me. It's just communication. To have someone to talk to relate to you, pushes you forward. That's the main part of my channel. My welcoming chat always talks about it. I'm always like, hey, I like to talk about this stuff. I do make fun of people. I don't like egotistic fucking people. I fucking hate them. The small amount of hatred. I'm beyond don't want them to exist because you can't learn unless you have them. So, I'm checking my time. I got about 7 minutes left. I'm not like other people. I'm not driven to be like, oh, I gotta be the biggest YouTuber. I don't give a fuck about how big I am on YouTube. All I care about is whoever I'm helping. I play video games as a sidebar because YouTube likes to ban anyone that likes to give out actual good knowledge. They direct you towards like dumb fucks like Professor Day that has a whole bunch of choreographed assholes that give them information. Or you can talk to people. I only want to talk about Professor Day because that dude does a whole bunch of fucking. He's basically a big old dickhead. He likes to use all these fake mathematical terminologies to prove certain things that are just complete bullshit. And he's a pussy too. The dude's a chump. Dude's a straight chump. Like he has no rule. He has no way of being a legitimate man because all he's doing is being garnished by money. I know a lot of people like that. YouTube back then was literally just people throwing out their actual creations to do something. AVGN, one of the first creators on YouTube, he threw out his thing on YouTube. YouTube is just a platform for people to just throw out videos and that so they can might get sponsors and that. And just get people to know what they like to do. And then they got moderated. And that's when it became a full-time job. See, Angry Video Game Nerd was the prospect of saying, and you got Angry Joe too, they throw out how they felt about certain things to the world so everyone can notice. And of course, they're slipping in their old age. They're not even that fucking old, but they're slipping out. Angry Joe's, he's showing his true colors with his political sense of that after all the political stuff and that. And like, instead of just saying what's actually true, you just deny it and just make up shit and whatever the fuck it is. And the people will talk. So it doesn't matter what political range you are, it doesn't matter what race you are, it doesn't matter what religion you are. We're all humanity, okay? We're all in the same boat. We all have fucking issues. If men have issues with women, talk about it with someone that's psychologically educated enough to give you the right answers, or at least give you somewhat of a clue how you can create your own thoughts, and how you create your own answers. Research is never about reading a book and it's like, I know the answer. Research is literally closing that fucking book, throwing it out the motherfucking window, and look with your own eyes, actually observe your own reality to calculate the information throughout life. That's why I like talking to women more than men. I don't like talking to men because I already know them. They're fucking boring. Most men are fucking stupid. And if they aren't, stupid in that, and they actually have a conversation with me, then more or less likely it'd be great. Some of the guys I talk to that are my subs that very easy to talk to. We go through the systems of knowing things, and we're like, oh yeah, that sounds right, that sounds right. There's some guys that come in my chat or fucking argue with me about stupid shit and that. First thing they say, you act like you know everything. I haven't heard that in a while, but it's like, I do know everything that I know. But what I know compared to what you know is you're very minuscule, I'm very large because I do it constantly. I don't sit there with video game, like all these other fucking dumbass losers on YouTube and that. They just strictly stick with stuff to make money. And I applaud that because that's stupid. I think it's stupid and it's rather trashy. Because it's not about the damn money. I have a job to make that. Maybe not make a lot, but it don't matter to me. I have about $4,000 in my bank right now, just sitting there. Yeah, a little bit, probably right around the 4,000 mark. Some people have no money at all, and they make more money than I do. One guy at work, this is just a researchable point, nothing against him. He blows his money all the damn time because he's always doing stupid shit. He's always doing something. He's always wasting all his money. I work hard, I make all this damn money. He makes 3 times more money than I do, 4 or 5 times more money than I do. But he has no money. I mean, at least I know for what he says. I got pills. No, you pay too much shit that's unknown to what you're talking about. So if people say bills are heavy, you can always pay your bills. My bills haven't changed. Only that's changed is maybe a rent for some people. That's because you live in apartments. If you had a condo or a house, you were on, not a fucking lease. You were just on, you're just paying payments for the house that you bought it for. You're going to pay the same amount to the bank no matter what. No matter how high the prices get up, you're just going to pay the same amount. People in apartments, they're going to pay $200 or $300 more because inflation's going up. Of course. No, go. I need to really take a shit though. Woo! Man, I'll be blowing that. There's that toilet in my room. Okay, I'm going. I'll see you guys later on that. Like I say, comment below on that. I do have, a Cash App. I do have a PayPal on that, but fuck PayPal. I do have a Cash App. I do have a Patreon, Q Guy Gamer Patreon. You can sign up for that stuff. There's nothing on there, but it just helps organize getting some funds for running into this channel and that. So I can actually make a couple pennies off this YouTube channel. But yeah, until then, I'll see you guys later. You guys have a good one.